Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name's Zoe. Today we're going to talk about something that's been kind of simmering under the surface for me, something I've been wanting to talk about, but really got inspired to make a video specifically about this by an Instagram post I actually saw a couple days ago. And that is normalizing the community college experience and normalizing it as a first choice over a four-year university or over any other traditional idea of higher education after high school. I think this is such an important topic to be discussed because there's such an underlying stigma surrounding community college that at least I for certain have experienced in my time while I was applying to college. Comments about it's not really college, and people enforcing the idea that if you're looking at community college, there must be a problem. There must be a reason why you're not looking at four-year colleges. Maybe that's because you have a really bad GPA, or you're not a passionate person, or you don't care about your future and you just want to take the easier route. Those were all of those, and many more, I'm sure, terrible messages coming in about community college in comparison to going to a four-year university. And yeah, I remember even the thought of going to a community college or not getting into a university and having to go to a community college felt like failure, which is awful and just factually incorrect. And so that's what I want to talk about in this video today is unpacking why we think that about community college and actually talking about the benefits that community college offers young adults that four-year universities aren't going to give you. The first thing is it's so much more affordable. So much more affordable than a four-year university is. Either just going to community college or doing the two-year community college transfer to a four-year university, and then you graduate with that four-year university diploma. It doesn't say anything about your community college on there. That saves you buttloads of money, and saving money on tuition is more important than ever right now, especially as tuition costs continue to rise even during the pandemic, and bachelor degrees are becoming more and more of the norm and not perceived as such a, I don't know if prestigious is the right word, but it's not necessarily the thing that's going to get you the job you want and the salary you want. It now is looking like master's degrees, graduate programs, things like that. Getting certificates from those institutions are really becoming more of the expectation for outstanding or like high achievement in the higher education field, which is great and super cool and not the point of this video, but it becomes less smart to pay the high cost of tuition for an undergraduate education when, in many people's cases, a graduate degree is necessary, which just means more student debt. Just a quick stat on the status of student loans in the United States. For the first quarter of 2019, there was $1.49 trillion of outstanding student loans for U.S. citizens, for U.S. students. That's a lot of money that we as students have borrowed and haven't paid back yet. That's a lot to pay back. That's so much money. But so while a bachelor degree still shows signs of increasing income over somebody's lifespan versus if you didn't get a bachelor's degree, that higher income is now being offset by the level of student loan debt people are in. So even though you're making more money, you now have more loans that you have to pay off, which therefore restricts your financial independence, your financial ability to do whatever you want to do with your money that you're making. So money is a huge factor, one of probably the biggest factors when it comes to considering community college. Another thing that's really huge that I actually didn't know until doing some research for this video is that oftentimes at community colleges, all the classes are taught by faculty members. They're not taught by teaching assistants, which is a very common practice in the four-year university world. So while they might be fresh out of their master's program or have extensive research in the field, you're going to be getting really interesting people who are faculty. Their main purpose is to teach and educate you. A lot of the times I got graduate students or PhD students who are interested in teaching us, but their main reason for being at my college was to do research, was to study whatever they're studying and write their thesis, whatever PhD students write, doctoral I don't know what it's called, not to teach me, right? And in this case with community college, faculty members are there specifically to educate you, which is really awesome. That's super cool. And at a four-year university, you're paying enough to be taught by professors, faculty, but that often isn't the case. The next thing is if you have to work while you're in school, which a lot of people do, I did it my whole time when I was going to undergraduate, community college is a great option for you because they offer such flexible schedules that you can really pick and choose and customize your class course schedule to fit your lifestyle and fit whenever your shift is. And that is critical for so many people who need to fit in work during the work week while you're attending classes. Community college offers that to you in such an easier way than a four-year college would. Community colleges also offer you a much more extensive amount of time to explore what you're interested in. You don't have the weighted pressure of $40,000 a year on your shoulders and that you took that anthropology class that costs $3,000 or $4,000 and you're realizing, oh, I thought I liked anthropology, but I don't, and now you're like, oh my god, I just wasted all that money, which isn't how we should think about that at a four-year university. You're learning, you're answering questions, but you shouldn't have that weighted burden of how expensive school is on your back while you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. So community college takes that pressure away with the money thing and then allows you to look at different courses, look at different options, look at different majors, and really gives you the time without the pressure of exploring what you want to do. And I mean, for me, going into college, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and it wasn't helpful to feel like I needed to know right when I got there because my peers all really knew and were super driven. That's really intimidating. And then the money thing on top of it. Really for me, I chose my major based on the credits I had after my freshman year. Okay, what are these classes really fit in? What major could I fit so that my freshman year wasn't just a waste? That's an awful way to think about things and makes a college experience that it's not worth it if that's the way you're thinking about it. So community college offers that's just so cool to have time to figure it out because maybe people do know what they want to do once they leave high school, but I would say the majority of us have no idea. And the last thing, I already mentioned this, is that with a community college, you can attend for 2 years and then you can transfer to a four-year university if that is really your dream and get a diploma from that four-year university after those 2 years you've transferred, if that makes sense. So 2 years community college, 2 years at college. You get that bachelor's degree in the end at a fraction of the cost with the opportunity to explore and really figure out what you want and with a schedule and environment that can easily fit your needs. So that's what I have to say about community college and why it is a great option for so many people and why we need to start destigmatizing our narratives around community college. It is a valid option when you're a junior in high school or a senior in high school and you're looking to apply. Community colleges is a valid option and can be your top choice. Should be, in a lot of cases, should be your top choice. To give yourself some time to figure it out. You're 18, 17, there is no rush, especially when so much money and so much of your financial freedom is wrapped into it. Okay, that's really all I had to say on the topic. If there's anything else you think is super important to talk about with regards to community college, please put it in the description down below. And if you have any questions or just want to continue this conversation, also down there is the place to do it. If you liked this video and want to see more, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. My name is Zoe and this is Found Finances. I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you guys next time.